Hello, and welcome to this series of webinars on audit completion challenges, where we will be focusing on some of the key aspects of audit completion and ensuring that we can achieve accurate and efficient documentation at that closing stage of the audit. My name is Richard Hemmings, and I will be taking you through this series of webinars. My background is in audit in firms of varying sizes and carrying out audits and also technical roles in those firms. And my role now is primarily working with small and medium-sized accountancy practices and audit firms, helping them improve the quality and efficiency of their audits. So let's have a look at what will be covered in this series of webinars. So we've got 6 modules making up this series, and in total they'll last around 60 minutes. It won't be the exactly equal length of each particular module. That's more determined by the content, but it'll be about 60 minutes in total. So let's have a look at what we'll be covering. First of all, module 1, we'll be looking at going concern. And whilst going concern isn't something we only deal with at completion, it is something we do need to consider up until the completion of the audit. So we'll be covering it in this webinar. We'll also be looking in module 2 at concluding on misstatements. Module 3 deals with subsequent events procedures. And module 4 will be looking at significant matters arising from the audit and some documentation considerations. Module 5 focuses on communication with management and those charged with governance, and particularly focusing on getting those communications documented on the file. And the final module, module 6, looks at management representations and some of those key considerations when pulling together a letter of representation. So without further ado, let's make a start on module 1 and have a look at going concern. So as I mentioned, going concern isn't something that we only deal with at the completion stage of the audit. It is something we should be thinking about throughout the audit and in particular at the planning stage as well. But in people's minds, it often sits in the completion section, and that final documentation does tend to reside in that part of the file. So that's what makes me think it's an appropriate topic to be covering on a series of webinars around completion.